Hello everyone, it's Natasha here of Natasha's Curls, and it has been a minute since I have vlogged about my hair journey. As a matter of fact, I think the last video that I made was about Curly Proverbs, her hair growth challenge that I was doing. And I made one video and I was like, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go strong. I bought the products. And I mean, for the most part, I did do it. I was consistent with my hair regimen, and my hair did grow, but I did not document it the way that I should have. But fast forward past that, because I'm going to touch on that. But the purpose of this video is to talk about, and I'm looking down because I've got my notes here to keep me on track, because I'll get to talking and then the next thing you know, I'm talking about something completely different. What I want to talk about is the damage that I am cutting off. And so for a little recap, I was doing the Black Girl Curls hair method. And basically what you did, you would wash, condition, and style your hair weekly. Never deep conditioned, didn't use any leave-ins. You wash, condition, detangle, and then you put a humectant gel, and then you would do like a topper gel. No, you would do, I'm sorry. It's been a while. So you would wash, you would condition, and then detangle your hair, rinse that all out. Then you would go in with your humectant gel, and then you would go in with I Create Hold, and then a topper gel. And you would sit under the hair dryer an hour-ish, and then when you get from under the hair dryer, voila, you have beautiful, crispy, crunchy curls that are freeze dried in place, and your hair stayed like that until you wash it again. Now, I had been doing that since about 2021, so I was all in. And because I've always been a wash and go girly, like I went natural in 2008, chopped my hair off, and I would just wet it every day, wet it with some conditioner, and my hair thrived. And I'm not gonna hold you, I'm not gonna lie to you, my hair thrived. I grew my hair to almost waist length with wash and goes. So I'm not completely coming against wash and goes, that's not my aim, but that method tore my hair up. This is why I have been cutting my hair. So I've been getting my hair cut. And when I say cut, I'll go for a trim, but we're talking about some inches cut off, because I've been growing in a whole new head of hair, because I did that method for so long, for 3 years. They say indirect heat doesn't damage your hair, but heat is heat. I was sitting on the hair dryer for over an hour. I wasn't deep conditioning my hair, so I'm not replenishing what's being taken out. I'm not putting any leave-ins in my hair, no leave-in conditioners, no heat protectants, just slapping some gel on my hair strands and sitting under the hair dryer. After a while, that's going to negatively impact your hair, and that's exactly what it did. So again, I talked about this before. My hair it turned light brown. The color changed, split ends up the wazoo, breakage, ridiculousn't. So all I could do is cut my hair. I did not want to do a big chop, because I just didn't want to do that anymore. I've had big chops so many times, and not because of hair damage, but I had an era where I was wearing tapered haircuts, and I big chopped when I first went natural. So I just was like, you know what, I don't want to do that. I want to gradually cut the damage out. So that's what I've been doing. So this is my third haircut. I got my hair first cut in, it was either October or November. It was October. Then I got my hair cut again in January, and then I got my hair cut in May. And so my husband surprised me. I've been watching Narada, or we know him as the African Hair Guide. So after, I found out about the whole BGC debacle and the damage that it causes to your hair late. So when I found out about it, I was just glued to his YouTube channel. But not only because of all of the receipts, and, he's funny and I like listening to him, and, it was refreshing to hear people talk about what was going on with my hair. but also too because he's a wealth of knowledge. And I've never seen anyone take care of natural hair the way that he takes care of natural hair. You know, I've never seen anyone, I mean, he examines the hair. He takes the time to really look at your hair and give you an in-depth analysis on what's going on with your hair. And I just fell in love with that. And so I would just binge watch his videos. And I even said, I think it was in my first video I made on this channel. I think the video was like, what happened to my hair? I think I said in that video, African hair guy, I need you. And so sure enough, my husband, because he's just the greatest husband in the whole world, surprised me for Mother's Day with a trip to Georgia to get my hair done by the African hair guide. So I got this done May the day after Memorial Day. So it's not the freshest anymore, but this is his work, and I'm gonna post some pictures I took when it was fresh. But it's just, look at it. Let me see if I can, I don't know. I can't see what I'm showing y'all, but he hooked me up. It was just a great experience. I got there and I was like, hey, you know, like, it's like meeting a celebrity, you know, because I watch them all the time, but I'm here, like, I'm about to get my hair strands blessed by you. And I got there, had my hair out. Of course, I had just taken out a 2-strand twist I had in for like 2 or 3 weeks. And, you know, he examined it and looked at it, and then he washed it and conditioned it and took his time and gave me a nice blow dry. And then he went through and he assessed my hair. I wish I would have recorded. I didn't think to say, you know, hey, can I set up my camera? Because he was live streaming. So yeah, he assessed my hair and, you know, he was like, yeah, it's a lot of splits. And I knew that. Like, I knew that the damage was extensive because I'm basically growing in a full head of hair, a new head of hair. I think we cut off about 3 inches. I had about 6 inches. Like, half of my length was just damaged. And he did tell me what was growing in was good. He did say though that I had some breakage, and I have some breakage. We decided we would cut off 3 inches. Then I'm gonna go back probably November, December, maybe even January. It just depends on my schedule. And he's gonna cut off the last of the damage. And so this is what I have left. Now I will say this. I do believe that the MSM that I was taking is the reason why I still have this much hair, even after him cutting it. Like, when he straightened my hair was long. It was hanging over the back of the seat. And then he cut it like up to here. Like, he cut it really short. So I've started my MSM back up because I'm chopping inches off. So I mean, like, I want as much hair growth as I can get because my goal is long hair. Like, I've grown my hair out before curly with wash and goes. I did that, lived that life. But I don't want to do that again. Plus, my hair has changed. Babies, you know, hormones, things happen. So the hair that I had when I first went natural it's a little different now. So I'm enjoying the 2-strand twist. I'm enjoying keeping my hair away. I'm enjoying seeing the health of my hair. I am enjoying seeing the growth and the retention. So I want to continue to grow my hair out, but like this, in, you know, protective styles. This is what you see here. Now, I did refresh it a little bit because I am particular. And I know his clients can go a month with their twist. And I don't know if it's my hair. I don't know, because he did say, you know, I have very fine hair. He was like, your hair is very soft. So that might be why, like, after 2 weeks, I'm like, bruh, I got to wash this or refresh it or something. So I did refresh my hair last night. I mean, this is still him. Like, I can't braid, so, and my hair is starting to grow in, so it's not as, like, you know, fresh, but I love it. I absolutely love it. It is a lot shorter, and that was kind of like a shock. Like, I was excited because the African hair guy did my hair, and I got home, I was like, dang, looking at pictures, I was like, my hair is so short, but I needed it. You know, this is just a small step that I have to take in the long run of growing out beautiful, long, natural, full hair. Now, I said I was going to touch on the hair growth challenge. Did my hair grow? Yes. I measured it beforehand, but I didn't measure it before I got my hair cut. So I can't give you numbers. Like, I can't tell you how much I retained, but I can show you pictures. The challenge was great. Really, what the challenge did, it got me into the mindset of being consistent with the regimen. So it teaches you how to be consistent with taking your multivitamins, consistent with taking the MSM, consistent with moisturizing your hair, because mistake that a lot of naturals make is they'll put their hair in twists or protective styles, but if you're not re-moisturizing your hair, then your hair is still drying out in those protective styles, and then you have the opposite effect of what you're going for. So then you're working through your hair, or you're taking out and your hair is so dry and it will easily break. So just remembering to re-moisturize your hair, whatever your moisture cycle is, after maybe, I don't know, 2 days or 2 3 days, 3 or 4 days, a week, when your hair starts to get dry. And you can tell, like, and that's another thing too, I'm learning my hair, like, I can tell, okay, you know what, my hair is dry, it's looking a hot mess, I need to re-moisturize. You take a spray bottle of water, whatever. Some people do water and aloe vera juice, some people use hair teas, I've used hair teas, but you re-moisturize your hair. I feel like my hair growth was accelerated. That's the word I'm looking for. When he blew my hair out, when I saw the video, actually, when he showed the clips in his live, and I saw how long my hair was, I was like, whoa, my hair had grown so much. And I had to chop it all off because they're dang black girl curls. But that's neither here nor there. I forgive them. I forgive them. I forgive them, because that's what we do. We forgive, we let it go, and we keep it moving, right? That's what we do. That's what we do. You can't hold on to the bitterness. You can't hold on to it because it'll eat you up. So you let it go. Let the Lord deal with it. Vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. He said, I will repay. He will repay. So we're just going to keep doing this, y'all. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to grow this hair out. I am making lemonade out of lemons. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. And I'm just going with it. I'll be so glad, though, when all of this is down here. Like, oh my gosh. But I love it. I love my hair. I love what he did. He's a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of information. I know you guys all know who the African Hair God is, but if you don't, go subscribe. So I think that's it. So like I said, this is my third haircut. I've got one more haircut, y'all. One more haircut. And then I can focus on growing out my hair and retaining the length. And then hopefully only getting like one trim a year. Narada said that his clients, typically they get like one trim a year, maybe two, but one trim a year, because their hair is so healthy. Because they're not doing anything but washing and conditioning their hair and twisting it up. One trim a year. He has receipts on his page. He's got videos. One trim a year. And that's just a dusting. But it makes sense because they're not doing the most. When you're doing more to your hair, you have more mechanical damage, and then you're going to need to trim your hair more. But when you're not messing with your hair, you don't have to deep condition your hair every time you wash it. You don't have to. But it just depends on what you're doing to your hair. And I think we've gotten so used to just, we see somebody with nice hair, we're like, oh, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? But you don't, like, looking on YouTube, you only see what they show you. You don't know what's going on between this video and then the next video they put out 3 weeks later, or however often they make content. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I was doing the black girl curls wash and go method, I was using heat, sitting under a hairdryer for over an hour every week, and I was not deep conditioning my hair. I was not using a leave-in. I wasn't using a heat protectant. And I don't care what nobody say. Heat is heat. Your hair is not indestructible. After a while, that type of regimen is going to damage your hair. So don't come in my comments talking about, no, it don't, my hair is fine. That's great for you, but I'm telling you what happened to me. Okay? As the people say, this is my truth. And it's the truth. And it's the truth of a lot of other women out here. A lot. That's it. So, if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining in on this journey. To those of you who comment on my videos and who are so supportive, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Because like I said, this is me just documenting the journey. I'm turning lemons into lemonade because, baby, my hair was toe up from the flow up. Again, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, bye.